Hey guys, I'm chilling in the hubby's car today on my way back from Atlanta, and I wanted to talk to you guys about sleep, okay? Sleep is massively important, especially if you have a goal of gaining muscle, getting stronger, and or losing body fat, okay? Sleep is when your body recovers, okay? And recovery is when we build new tissues, when we repair the tissues that have been damaged, when we kind of go through a lot of metabolic processes that aren't able to happen when we're up and about and moving around through the day, okay? Sleep is massively, massively, massively important in your life. Not only in the context of building muscle and losing fat, but in overall stress reduction, right? If you work a very stressful job, if you have 5 kids and are running around all over, if you're like me and you own 2 businesses and have 2 kids, sleep is probably the most important thing in your life, outside of nutrition, okay? You can train really well, you can eat really well, but if your sleep is crap, you're still not going to be seeing the results that you want to see, okay? The vast majority of people that I see, a lot of my clients, are only getting like 5 and 6 hours of sleep every night. Y'all, that is not enough sleep, okay? I can tell you from firsthand experience, because I used to only get like 5 hours of sleep every night. When I was in college and we were opening the gym and stuff, man, I was burning the candle at both ends. I was staying up until like 11 o'clock at night, working on school after the kids went to bed. I was waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to work on school because the kids were still in bed, and I'd be running and running and running all day long. And I can tell you, when I finally got done, I felt like trash. I'd literally run my body into the ground. And that's what we generally tend to do every single day of our lives, guys. We're running and running and running from the time we wake up in the morning till the time we finally pass out in bed at night. And half the time we're having to take a sleep aid of some kind to even get to sleep because we're so tired and so wired. And then we're only getting like 4, 5, 6 hours of sleep every night. I challenge every single person who watches this video today to start getting more sleep, okay? You have time to get sleep, and your body needs sleep, okay? Average, especially if you're doing any kind of high-intensity training like Orange Theory, CrossFit, you know, boot camp style training, you guys need minimum 7 hours of sleep every night. Optimal is anywhere from 7.5 to 9 hours of sleep, okay? The average person's REM cycle lasts about 90 minutes, and that's give or take for each individual. So if you're going based on a 90-minute sleep cycle, then you either want to be getting exactly 7.5 hours of sleep every night or exactly 9 hours of sleep every night. And you may be thinking, oh, that's so much, I can't get that much, I don't have time. You absolutely have time. And if you have goals of better body composition, if you have goals of decreased fat mass, if you have goals of overall general health and longevity, you absolutely need to be prioritizing your sleep, okay? If you have trouble falling asleep, there's several things that you can do, man. Put down your phones, turn off the TV like an hour before what your bedtime needs to be able to get the sleep that you need, right? So if you're like, okay, well, I've been getting 6 hours of sleep now, I'm going to go and I'm going to try and get 6.5 hours, right? Because you don't want to jump, you don't want to try to jump at least all the way to 7.5 unless you really want to. Kind of wade into the pool, right? So, reverse engineer your day. If you know that you've got to wake up at 5 a.m. in order to get to work on time because you have a commute, then guess when you should go to sleep every night, right? You count the hours backwards until you get to 6.5 hours, and then you're in bed, lights out, no phones, no nothing at that time every single night, okay? And then that's how you know you're getting enough sleep. When you want to up it to 7 hours, go to bed another half hour earlier. When you finally get to 7.5, go to bed a half an hour earlier, okay? turn your phones and electronic devices off 60 minutes before you go to bed. Or heck, if you have to be on your phone or have to be on your computer because you do work late in the evening, go onto Amazon and buy yourself some blue blocker glasses. A lot of phones right now, my phone especially, I know some of the newer versions have a blue blocker setting on it. Set that to begin right at sundown every day so that you're getting those harsh blue lights out of your system that are keeping your central nervous system engaged, right? Another thing that you can do is set the temperature in your house a little bit colder, right? You're able to sleep better and deeper in a colder environment, okay? So even if you need thicker blankets, even in the summer, get some thicker blankets, but make your house a little bit cooler. You'll sleep significantly better, quality will go up, therefore recovery will go up, okay? Another thing that you can do is practice breathing techniques. There's some awesome ones, one called box breathing, just really taking 2 to 5 minutes to really be mindful of your breath. Do counted inhalations. You can do holds with an inhalation, counted exhalations, a hold while you exhale. Okay, that's box breathing. So think about doing a 5 slow inhale in, a 5 hold at inhale, a 5 slow exhale out, and then a 5 count hold at exhalation. And do that for like 2 to 5 minutes. Really focusing on your diaphragm coming up, your diaphragm coming down, and being aware of all of that. You will literally feel the stress melting out of your body, and you'll be getting more and more relaxed and more primed to go to sleep through that exercise. You can also do things like meditation or guided imagery or progressive muscle relaxation. I also recommend taking a cold shower. You may think that that would be invigorating. I've had several people tell me, I've read several studies that show that taking a colder shower actually primes you for sleep. I absolutely loathe cold showers, but I did it last night just to kind of see what would happen, and I definitely did fall asleep quicker. Now, that could be total placebo effect, or it could be just a one-off time thing, especially now during the summer when it's hot outside. It is going to be something that I start implementing in my own personal routine to start to see the efficacy of that and to kind of see how it works for me in terms of me being able to sort of shut my brain down a little bit more quickly and get into a parasympathetic state so that I can fall asleep quickly, okay? Guys, these are really important things that everybody needs to take into consideration. Everybody's usually so worried about like, oh, I've got to train harder, I've got to train more, I've got to do more, I've got to do more, I need to go out for an extra run, or I need to add more cardio, or I need to lift heavier, or I just need to eat cleaner, or I need to slash my calories and all this kind of stuff. Guys, oftentimes it's not about your training and it's not about your food. It's actually about your sleep. If you're not recovering enough, you're not going to see the progress that you seek to achieve. So that's your goal for this week. Everybody be mindful of their sleep. Kind of take a count, find out where you're at, and then look at starting to increase that in 30-minute increments like every week until you get up to that ideal 7.5 hours a night kind of action. And I can assure you that you will feel significantly better energy-wise, mood-wise. The scale may even go down, several different things within a month of you starting to sleep better. So that's your homework. And I will talk to you again soon. See ya.